Thank you for joining us for your October 17th, 2010 evening parkerweather.info update. Well, some pretty interesting stuff going on in terms of tropical development. We talked about it the other day, but Tropical Storm Meiji and what is now being called Super Typhoon Carl, because the Philippines give it a different name designation than what the Japanese do. So we're just going to call it Carl, has gone up to a super typhoon, a category 5, sort of like we had predicted it was going to. Its pressure is 885, making it the strongest storm to develop in the Atlantic or Pacific this year. So the strongest overall storm of this season. Sustained winds of 145 miles an hour and gusts of up to 218 miles an hour. And the three biggest things we're going to be worried about as it moves towards the Philippines is flooding, the landslides, and then the storm surge associated with this storm. Well, here's an AVN loop of it, and you can notice the very, very tight circulation around the eye. And this is a very, very impressive storm. If you look at the massive amounts of convection around that eye, and as it's barreling towards the Philippines, it's going to continue to strengthen until it makes landfall. So it's already been causing a lot of rain all over the mainland of the Philippines, and it's going to get even worse over the next couple of hours. Here are just a couple images to show you the only visibles I could find, just because it's still dark over there. This is right before sunfall. Um, this is at 8:30 yesterday. So you notice, look at the tight center of that. That is an unbelievably strong storm. And then this is about an hour before landfall, right about now. So this is a really, really strong storm. It's going to be affecting that northern island of the Philippines. And then here is our water vapor imagery of the storm as well. Well, here is where the Japanese Meteorological Association is predicting that the storm is going to go. That X is its current location. It's going to track over the Philippines island, causing massive flooding, heavy amounts of rain, and then it's going to work its way back out into the South China Sea, and then it's going to redevelop and begin to head towards the Hong Kong region of China over the next couple of days. So this is the one from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center out of Hawaii. Pretty much the exact same track going across the northern island, and then they're predicting it's going to get into that South China Sea and then begin to curve north towards the Guangdong province of China into that bay that Hong Kong is in. So once this storm gets through, Philippines may be out of the water, but it's just beginning for portions of southern China. And here are just a couple pictures. People running around because they've already seen heavy amounts of rain in the Philippines. Philippines has activated a large portion of their rescue workers and the government to get ready to help people and save people. And then you can see the heavy floods or the heavy wave heights that have already begun to affect the northern islands. Well, we were talking about storm surge and how dangerous it can be, and this is just a one quick little picture to sort of give you an idea what it is. Basically, what the surge is, there's a big difference between surge and the storm surge and storm tide. If you look at the 2 feet, that's the normal high tide, what they see every day. The storm surge is the new tide level. So as that hurricane begin or the typhoon begins to move towards land, it pools all the water up and creates basically a new normal high tide level. And then the storm tide is any additional pooled up water on top of the new level. So once that storm begins to move towards the air, it's going to cause massive flooding along the the coastal regions of the Philippines. Well, let's take a quick look over in the Atlantic. Two little portions of interest. One just to the west of the Cape Verde Islands, and then one just to the east, it looks like, of Nicaragua, just north of Panama. And we're going to keep an eye on these over the next couple of days because the one in just north of Panama looks like it's going to become better developed as we go into tomorrow. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 50% chance this time tomorrow on that to develop into something tropical. Um, Quick little update on what's going on just in the U.S. mainland. It looks like halfway through this week, we're going to have a low begin to slide down the western coast of the United States. And then that low is going to pretty much sit off the coast of Southern California. And it's going to bring some potential rain to Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and California, which could be a welcome for that area because some of the fires that are in southern Utah. And it looks like in some preliminary models, it has that turning into a cutoff low, and it could be sitting there for a couple of days, bringing cooler temperatures and rain to the entire southwestern United States. Um, This is also going to again create rain along the um, Four Corners region, Arizona, Southern California, northern Mexico. But other than that, really not much going on in the next couple days in terms of significant weather for the rest of the United States. But we're going to keep an eye on the tropics, keep an eye on tropical or what is now Category Super Typhoon Carl as it hits the Philippines and potentially redevelops back in the South China Sea. Well, this has been your update for October 17th, 2010. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.